So I'm just getting ready to tear down this bunk. I've just let the air out of the bed. And these cushions, one thing I wanted to, because when these beds slide in on the ends, they're pretty close to the cushions. Sometimes they'll rub on them, and so we always flip the cushions backside out. And as you can see on this one, the last time I did it, I didn't, so it got scuffed up a little bit on this cushion. But we do that. And so the next thing we're gonna do are these side panels, and these side panels aren't gonna move. If you try to move them and they're not moving, it's because of those, remember those four corner pieces I talked about? If those are on these side panels, they will not move. And there we have, we've got a light up there, and the remote's over here by the door, but you can also push on that light and it'll light up. And these are the original idea was to put these in, which are out of a pop-up. They're not wired in, they just have to be these wires just need to be run over to the light in the roof, which is pretty simple if you ever wanted to use them. And then there's a plug in, and then they go over and they clip on, so you have a light in the bunk end. But this was so much simpler, so we just did that, and we left these here because somebody might use them at some time. So they're there on the ceiling. The ceiling has lots of lights. We got lights here, another set of lights over on the other side. I'm kind of getting carried away. I know I'm seeing things that I keep remembering I want to show you. So the new fan, I just wanted to show you it. There's a button here to turn it on. It's nice and quiet. The last one, it was so noisy, and this one pulls a lot of air too. But you'll notice it's got a in order to open the vent, you actually just push up. See on that handle? You just push up on that handle and the vent will open now, and you can turn it on, move some air. If you got a lot of condensation in here, that works good. Now when pulling down, because the roof is quite the Apache roofs they work very well, but there's not a lot of structure to them. They're just meant to keep you dry. So I always worry about pulling on this and then the roof, kind of moving with it. So I just brace with one hand and my thumb, and then just pull that vent shut. Now it's shut watertight, so you don't have to worry about that. We've had it raining, pouring, no water's come in. The only thing we haven't done is driven with it yet. With the new vent in, we put there's a kind of like a caulking tape that we do around windows, and we use that in the top, and so everything should be dry. You shouldn't have any issues with that. And speaking of that caulking tape, these windows on the end of the Apaches, that's one of the issues they always have, because they crack underneath the seals and they start to leak there. And when we got it, our Apache, of course, was doing that a bit. So we just decided to take the windows out. We were changing all the plexi in the windows anyways. So we took the window out, and we put new caulking around it, that putty tape, and screwed everything back in, and it's been dry ever since. That was years ago, one of the first things we did. So you're good that way. So as far as tearing down, back to tearing down, you can see I get distracted. So these panels here, they've got a seal that goes around them, and you can buy seals for them. We never did. The old seals were kind of breaking down, but we just found a way. And it's been like that we've used it for four years. We just put some Gorilla Tape, went over the seals, tightened everything in, and it's been working. So we never changed it. But you just pull these panels, just kind of pull them in, and you'll see when you get to and down at the bottom, you'll see sometimes they'll catch on there. But you just pull them once it's free from the top. It gets to a certain point, and then you start to tilt it in, and you can kind of push them back ahead till they touch that panel, and then just drop them down. The bed's not quite the air's not out of it, but that panel's gonna help push the air out of it anyways. That's why it's not the plug. There we go. So we do the same thing. This panel, it doesn't matter which panel, either side, you can pull them and drop it down. and push it ahead. And actually, I'm going to wait for the air to go out of that, because you don't want it to lift up on these seals on the side. If your bed is too high, it can lift that up. So we're just going to wait a minute just till that bed gets the air out of it. Yeah. If I can get the cap to stay off, maybe.